how on earth is the HOA going to tell me that I need to take my flag down for the President of the United States, yet they allow someone to have, that's a redacted thing, and displayed in their window for weeks? This is ridiculous, because the HOA was bored and they decided to be fickle and something. I don't know. I always kind of think that HOA is just a cheaper option than moving to Florida. Also, it may or may not be something having to do with the type of flag you had, but, that's not being shown for some weird reason. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video for the day. We are heading back into r/InsanePeople Facebook, and if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. I don't know, just let me know what Gen 10 starter you're going to be picking, because you know what? Fluffy puppy for me. Also, if you guys would like to save 10% on your next order of gamer subs, use code Tommy at checkout, or click the link down below. It'll automatically apply the discount to your transaction, and it'll support the channel. Thank you. I don't think that Zoomers and Gen Alpha will ever properly comprehend how close America was to racial harmony prior to Obama. Yeah, these people who were still on our bad list, but racism was on its way to dying out in a generation or two. And now we are more racist than ever. Ah yes, everything changed when Obama attacked. You can also guarantee this is the exact same person up top that'll be asking people, why didn't you buy a house when you were younger? Dude, if I was in this photo, I'd be 12. Make sure you catch this video over on Twitter. I think it has made its way to Facebook, and it is pretty amazing. This young woman didn't want children, but look how positively overwhelmed she is with joy at holding this precious baby for the first time. She can't contain a reaction. I think maybe she has changed her mind. Video, warning for inappropriate dress. Other than that, she has a super maternal response you don't often see. Ah yes, God forbid anybody happen to have their shoulders exposed. Who do you think you are? Staff at a grade school? Fuck, really, it was so weird. Just wait for their next response. Eek! God, they're showing their ankles and elbows. What a travesty. What are you gonna do next? Call the police on? You know what? This person would be dumb enough to actually do that. Well, she looks like a tomboy, so she must be a Democrat. Only Democrat women hate their hair, hate their own race, hate everything. Let me guess, you are going to say that she is mega because she wanted somebody to party. But guess what? A lot of Democrats don't think like you. They want them deported too, but she definitely looks like a Democrat to me. But whatever, I don't care. Ah yes, your hair length very much chooses your political affiliation, not anything else. Nope, just the length of your hair by this person's logic. Instead of complaining about gas prices going up, try feeling grateful that you aren't sitting on a concrete floor in a train terminal, holding your cat, wondering if your home and everyone you love has been blown to bits. I keep seeing stuff like this. Just because Ukraine is going through something awful doesn't mean we aren't also going through something awful. Sheesh. I mean, look, yeah, one thing might be worse than another, but using something else to try to diffuse somebody and kind of negate the whole it being bad kind of thing, it kind of defeats the purpose of you trying to cheer them up, and that kind of is a bad way to cheer people up when you think about it. Like, if somebody is having something suck and are upset about something, saying that, yeah, well, you could be having it worse, there are these kids over here that happen to be dying and everything, it doesn't really help at all. Honestly, I'll take being called a conspiracy theorist, because somehow they get it all right, and always ahead of the masses. Ah yes, so that person that says that the end is nigh, very much he's just waiting for it to actually happen, then to say what's right. But until then, oh, it's coming real soon. I am done. To the women who thinks it is acceptable to walk down a public street, basically half-dressed with her dog, What are you doing? This is a neighborhood with families, with kids, with people just trying to walk to their mailbox without feeling like they accidentally stepped into some kind of sidewalk fashion show. There is athletic wear, and then there is whatever that is. Broad daylight, cars driving by, people outside, and you're just casually parading down the street like this is completely normal. Have some basic awareness. Not everything needs to be a performance. This is a residential street, not a beach, not a gym, not a runway. Act like it. The person isn't even wearing anything bad. You just have either a very bad security or personal insecurity issue, or you just outright are salty because, God forbid, the day happens to end in Y. Like, seriously, a person just out here walking a dog, let alone you're the one who happens to be taking weird photos of them without their permission, very likely, by the way, and you may want to learn a thing or two from them, you know, in the skill of minding your own business. You don't hate localizers enough. Why Japanese players can enjoy the privilege of not being forced to play with POCs while Western players can't? How dare a game company market a game that happens to have people of various colors, shapes, sizes, and everything, speaking of which, also customizable in a way that makes it so that it looks like the people that you would live with in daily life happen to be in the video game? How freaking dare they? Stuff like this very much makes me kind of think, yeah, you know, you haven't looked into it at all. All you see is two different sets of people on each of the covers and everything, and you're going with that, right? Yeah, it's totally not like 5 seconds of research would do anything or anything. Here, I'll do the 5 seconds for you. Create me characters based on anyone you would like. I know I don't use the word a lot, but for anybody wondering what the word means, this is kind of what a tourist is like. I'm going to look at something for 5 seconds, do no research, and still complain about it. It'll be the same thing where you happen to be like reading a manga for the longest time. Soon as it gets adapted, people got a problem with the character design or some stuff like that. I will not hesitate to call the police if someone with a piercing or tattoos tries to speak to me. I don't care if you are poor and need money. I don't care if you are religious. I don't care if you have children. There is no way that you can be conservative and have a piercing. It is impossible. I'm keeping my children away from you, and that's just my opinion. To me, piercings are one of the lowest signs of attention-seeking. That and tattoos. What makes someone want to mutilate their body for aesthetics is beyond me. People need to love themselves. I would never date someone who would do that. Trust me, I don't think they want to date you either. Definitely insecure. And not only that, but good luck getting a job. Yeah, I'm totally gonna take that. Sounds solid advice from the person who would call the cops on somebody for a person deciding to speak to them just because and happen to have tattoos at the same time. Yeah, that definitely sounds like somebody with a sound mind and common sense. I wonder if this person happens to have anybody around them that is hiding their tattoos because of the way that they act. Because I know that if somebody said that to me and I had a tattoo, I'd be either very much wanting to hide it because I know they would get suddenly violent at me, or all of a sudden wanting to prove them wrong because, God forbid, I happen to have known them for a while and they happen to be spouting this nonsense. Then also, considering on top of the whole thing of it's their choice to do that and they're all free will and everything, there are some people that get tattoos not for attention seeking, but because it has a sentimental thing, such as losing a loved one, or like wanting to have something to remember your kids whenever you're spending long days at work and all that kind of stuff. People get tattoos more than just wanting to be looked at. They get it because they like it. OMG. The Leviathan is waking up near Virginia. This is why they are creating a fake snowstorm and manipulating the weather so that they can freeze it because the military base is in the area. Hi, somebody actually from the next state over, Maryland here. No. While it would be super cool and I would like to get a picture of the Leviathan, no, we do not actually have weather machines. It is not like any type of propaganda or anything. No, it's just frickin' cold sometimes, and sometimes people have Photoshop. You can absolutely guarantee the people under this original Facebook post, you can
all know that they're the type of people that would look up at the ceiling if they were told that it said gullible up there.
Let us put our thinking caps on. When you learn tinfoil disrupts the 5G, this might become a thing. Just saying.
What do you want to bet this person thinks that this image would be from a documentary? Also, the same people that happen to be wearing these tinfoil hats, you can answer your phone and, put that right up next to your face now, aren't you? And I can already guess how this conversation would go out.
Oh, well, the 5G comes from the towers, not the phone.
There's no winning with folks like this, are there? But with that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up the wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye!